And I'm so excited because at least this time we can now be more connected to many people about their feng shui.
Diba, of course, love is a choice. So, syempre, since we're both part of the showbiz industry, importante para sa amin na hindi makinig sa ibang tao. And kasi, syempre, kung makikinig ka sa bawat opinion ng mga ibang tao, makikinig ka sa mga sasabihin nila, mas lalong magkakaroon ng misunderstandings sa isang relationship. It's more of like we choose to listen to each other.
Me as an individual, as a unique person, I feel that you are your own icon. You know, you have to have your own personality, shine in whatever.
You have to take control of your destiny. Wag mong aantayin na may magandang trabahong dumating sa'yo. Go for it. If you think you can do it, go after it. You know, you have to take charge of your destiny because it is your life. And ambition ka sa buhay, run after your dreams, chase your dreams, and it will happen.
Kasi kahit na napakaswerte natin, if we don't do the work, it will never happen. Pagdating ng araw, ipapakita namin sa buong mundo na kaming mga Filipina, we are good people. That is just a stepping stone for us to achieve what we want because of love for our family.
Nakaka-in-love. Nakaka-in-love. Alam mo talaga, totoo yan, Marites. When you are traveling, just the two of you, you feel young. Yung parang it's just yesterday. You know, we've been married for 17 years, pero pag nagbabiyahe kami, it's like we're dalaga binata na, kaya nga, age is just a number because the heart never grows old.
I realized that sex therapy was a very narrow, limited field, and to really help and understand the person, you really have to take clinical psychology. The greatest sex organ is the one between your ears, di ba? Not between your legs. So that is why I decided to get a PhD in psychology and clinical psych.
Making the right choices in my career has led me to the leadership role that I am at now.
The word is channeling your pain into positivity. You have to. Because what's the point? We're here for a very limited time in this life and we've got to make the most of it. And this year more than ever should have shown how important it is for us to push forward, for us to be smiling, for us to be happy. If you don't want to do something, change it. If you don't want to be somewhere, move. Do whatever you can to be happy because this is it. You can't come back and do it again.
During my college days, then I started buying cheap makeup, and then I started seeing people paying. Like I could actually earn from it. So like, oh my God, I could really earn from by doing the thing that I love doing.
Because for me, it's about educating ourselves because we are in two different generations. But at the end, we will embrace and kiss and say, I love you.
I always feel that being a woman is an advantage because you can charm your way, diba, sister?
Yeah.
If you're smart, you can do many things, no? Pretty and smart. Wow, you can do so many things.
I want to make children happy. That is one of the most important purpose that I had. So I said, I had to teach children how to play with it.
If you just live one way forever and you don't pivot and you don't move, you will never grow. You will just be idle. And if you are idle, then how will you progress, diba?
Changing the habits to keep your energy level balanced and take the advantage to take care of yourself. Pamper yourself with shea butter. Yes. You know, it was something that I was doing a lot.
Keep dreaming about the Philippines because when you wake up and when you do make good of your travel to the Philippines, we assure you of the same promise that it will be more fun and safer Philippines which you will visit.
Marketing is to build awareness. Branding is tell people who you are. Find your target markets, where they are, where they gather, and what's their lifestyle.
Kayo pa rin ang mag-decide kung gusto nyo maging masaya, maging malungkot. Tanggalin na yung lungkot, di ba? Tanggalin yung problema, doon ka lang sa happiness. Yun palagi ang pipiliin mo, happiness.
I want you to know that it's a hard job. So, hindi lang yan pang glamour. I think you have to be intelligent to be an actor so you can understand the character that you will do. And what the director will tell you.
For me, it was all about care. I care about people. I care enough to want them to do really well. And it was that moment where I realized that I want to coach. I want to help others through coaching.
It's not always about just the work. It's about holistic wellness, right?
That's
It's
right.
about,
That's right.
it's about having a balance of, really enjoying life.
As a model, you are expected to look a certain way. You're expected to have measurements that are at par with their standards.
Pag-aralan mo yung role hindi lang tayo yung script, memorize mo, that's it. Kasi hindi lalabas sa mukha mo kung tama ba yung role na pinoportray mo. Kailangan pag-aralan mo siya, mag-research ka, mag-kausap ka ng kung ano pwede mong kausapin tao para sa role na to.
But with cooking, be imaginative, be creative, explore. If I put this, maybe you could put something else or you could take it away. It's really more of just have fun with what
I think OPM is evolving because we have a global audience. So there's a lot of things that is being now added into the music. The generation of today is adding a new flavor to it.
Hello, everybody. Good evening, Philippines. And of course, good afternoon here in London and good morning there in New York. Today, I'm very excited because another very, of course, successful Filipina, a very good friend of mine, is going to be our very special guest today. So thank you once again, mga kaibigan, to those who had been watching us all these months, that we bring back to you the Marites Allen show. And to those who have not subscribed, please kindly subscribe and share because we really have very, very good inspirational guests that we bring to you every week. So mga kaibigan, I hope you're all keeping well, especially there in Manila. And let me bring to you another exciting guest. She is a very successful young Filipino entrepreneur whose passion to help new and budding businesses grow. And do you know, mga kaibigan, she started her company at a very young age of 23. Her name is Mica Tan, and she's the one leading the MFT Group of Companies, an international investment company that helps empower small businesses to scale up and reach their maximum potential in the local and global industries. So Mica is the founder and CEO of MFT Group of Companies. They have many businesses all over the world in several countries: Manila, Singapore, Hong Kong, Vietnam, New York, and of course, their assets is into the tune of multi-million dollars. So with a diverse portfolio of finance, healthcare, food and beverage. In fact, several years ago, she also received several awards, including the Inspiring Filipina Entrepreneur Enabler Award from the organization, a very prestigious organization of Go Negosyo. So mga kaibigan, without further ado, let's all welcome Mica Tan. Hi, Mica.
Tita.
Hi, darling.
Hi, everybody.
I miss you. I miss Manila.
We miss you. We miss you so much. Look, every day I'm wearing this special ring from you.
Oh my gosh, look at that. You see? That's the mystic knot. That's like infinity. Oh my. Do you know the story of that ring? Mga kaibigan, that's a mystic knot that Mica had shown. Can you please show it again? Oh my God. Do you know that your loving husband
Yes.
had to make sure it has to be done right on a very auspicious day and a very special design, of course, all in diamonds. That's how much Carlos love you. So,
Thank you, Tita.
that was a gift on your wedding day, was it?
Yes, yes, on her wedding
My
day.
gosh, thank you for being a part of your love life. So, how are you? How's Carlos? How's mommy?
Good, they're good. We're here working from home, but everything's good.
Wow. So, ano naman? So, the show must go on. The Mica Tan, as we know, everything has to go on. And I'd like to just share to the public, Mika, you have this very, very special way of working. I remember you start work very early, right? Like you start from what time in the morning?
So we well, before, when we would have to drive to the office, we'd be out by 7:30, and by 8 a.m. I would pass by a the chapel near the office before go get starting work. So now we changed it a little bit, and now what we do is we meditate as a group at 8 a.m. every day, at
Nice.
the company. So those in the company who have the time, they join us to meditate for an hour before we start work.
Wow, that's amazing. 1 hour.
So 20 minutes meditation, but we talk about our intentions. I think especially during these times, we just need that first dose of positive energy, right,
Yeah.
Tita, before we start working.
Oh my God, I so admire you. Thank you so much. The list that I could do is usually when we have the Chinese New Year, I join you guys for some blessing. But if you
Yes.
do this meditation, oh my God. If you ask me mga kaibigan, what keeps me going this time as well is because I meditate. But not that long. 1 hour for me is too long. That's why I'm
20 minutes.
surprised.
Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing. So, Mika, tell us, by the way, before I forget anything else, please send my love to the family, especially to your mom, to Carlos.
I
You know,
will. Thank
I
you.
remember you guys. And again, thank you so much for joining me today. I know it's quite late. You have a long day today. And there you are joining me today. So, Mika, question as a very young age of 23, when most people at that age just maybe finish school or, just relaxing after school, you were so set that you wanted to be, to run a company or to own a business and to run it. So, um, what drives you
Wow.
to start a very, what drives you to, to get on with that?
I think, Tita, growing up, so MFT has different focus sectors, right? And you said healthcare, food, and financial services. And growing up, so my dad was a cancer specialist. He was a doctor, and I think the influence of always being surrounded with, by machines, big machines. I saw how much he cared for his patients. Every time we'd go to the grocery, he would also buy chocolates and candy for his younger patients. And so I think um, pieces of that, no, the influence I carried with me. I did not want to become a doctor, but I still wanted to play a role in the healthcare sector, and that's why we're in that sector too. Um, so I think what drove me to do that is to just somehow continue that legacy of my father. No, I may not be a cancer specialist like him, but we're able to provide good equipment to the hospitals here, especially during these times. My mom, who misses you so much,
Yes. Love you, mommy.
she misses you so
Okay.
much. She shared her love for us in the kitchen, so that's why also
Oh,
we're into food, no.
I
That was our
see.
happy place. So kahit midnight, after midnight, we would gather and meet in the kitchen anytime, even late at night. And I think that's what pushed and drove us to get into the food business, because
Mm.
the conversations you have over a meal, right? Those are the most memorable, the special, meaningful ones.
That's right.
So there, yeah.
Yeah, and then the nice thing with that is, I mean, look at it now. After 6 years, congratulations, my God, you've grown your company so big, which is just like wow, mind blowing, I should say. So
Thank you.
congratulations to you and to the rest
Thank
of the
you.
team. I love MFT.
All because of your help, Tita. All because
Thank
of
you.
your help. And the first time that you entered our very small office, we were only 8 employees then. And
Exactly.
now we're over, I think we're almost 300 now.
Oh my
So
God, say thank you. So mga kaibigan, I remember, Mika, I put those thousands of birds painting. Yeah,
yes,
remember you have the red and you have the blue at your
yes.
office in BGC. And
Hmm?
my God, you from 8 to 300. Oh my God, amazing. So thank you for providing work, to a lot of people. Thank you for that. I just would like to say hi to our viewers today. Dexter, thank you for watching. Maricel, Leah, JV, thank you so much. Miss Pilar, thank you. I hope you're well. And then we have Natalie. And then, of course, yung ating loyal na si Maggie. Thank you for calling out into your many of your followers as well. Thank you to everybody who's here. Alam nyo, pag may question kayo mamaya, because Mika is so inspiring. How did she get to where she is now and is still growing? Please, put in your questions, and then we will ask her. We will ask her, of course. So, as a very clever businesswoman that you are, do you have any preference of businesses that you prefer to focus on, or are you like someone that you're trying to as it comes, as it goes, like, especially this pandemic, everyone is pivoting and changing strategies and everything. Do you have
Mm.
any preference in particular?
Yeah, for us, Tita, we focus on three sectors. So that's food, healthcare, and financial services. And what's nice about our industry is during recessions or during difficult times, that's where we really hunt and look for opportunities.
Mm.
And so we're change agents. So we partner with companies to bring about certain changes that they need. And so, we're always open. We're very collaborative. An example would be uh, food, right? Everyone knows how badly affected the food industry was. And so, what we decided to do was to aggressively utilize a commissary business. So, instead of just
Mm.
relying on foot traffic in our restaurants, we decided to create frozen food for
Right.
different convenience stores. So, things like that.
Wow. And I believe you were also like making food for the frontliners. You have that remember you have that very cheap packaged meals for the frontliners. I remember when I was there in Manila
Mhm.
last year, providing to
Yes.
the hospitals as well. So hats off talaga ako sa iyo, dear. As in sobrang
Thank
hats.
you. Thank you. We fed over 10,000 frontliners last year.
Oh my God. See, amazing. So you have helped acquired and even, acquired other businesses to grow and scale up over the years. What would you advise to other young business savvy of this generation? Do you think take it easy muna, or because sometimes some people are not just that strong or aggressive or as inspired as you are. How would you guide them?
Wow. Well, I think starting early in life is a very big blessing. It allows us the advantage of time. We learn earlier in life. We make mistakes earlier in life, but at the same time, we meet people earlier in life who, who will eventually be those few people we will take with us our whole life. And for us, you are one of them, Tita.
Thank
You've been
you.
with me, you saw our humble beginnings, and even through some achievement, you're still there to support. And I think starting early, the most important thing to do is build that team. Build that team. It could be, for whatever venture or project, make an extra effort to reach out to people who have the same values as you do.
Yeah, that's right. So even at this stage, I mean, what would you say to those? Actually, it's your year, na, it's your generation, because I'm already turning 53 soon. Oh my
Wow.
gosh, I'm getting older. And then a lot of young entrepreneurs like yourselves are very, I would say, driven. And how would you say about those people, about those, I mean, I call them kids. Sometimes they don't even bother to finish university and they just like jump into starting business and everything. What's your take on that?
Well, personally, that was the path also that I chose. I was supposed to take up finance in New York. I decided to stay home and look for mentors. But after setting up the business, I still pursued studying. I took up a course on mergers and acquisitions from Columbia Business School, still in New York. So I think um, I mean, surrounding, I think to the young people like myself, it's really surrounding ourselves with people who know more than us, and to have that intellectual humility to reach out to them. Like until now, if I don't know certain things, I'm not shy or ashamed to reach out to people who are already leaders and experts in that field, and I will continue doing that. So regardless of what path, if you enjoy studying, I mean, I still study. It may not be always formal schooling, right? But we I love studying things that I can apply right away.
Yeah.
But at the same time, one thing that is so important for those who have gone to college, is the bond and that group of people who you will grow with. No, like for example, me, I didn't go to college right away, so I somehow did not have that. No, I did not have that that extended group of people, while their careers, while they climb their careers. Um, I have those friends, but that's one thing that I would encourage those who go to college and university. It's really the people you will meet. I think that's the most important.
Yeah, because that's ano that's where you can get all the experiences and the guidance as well. You know what? I remember this many years ago. I stumbled into your story about when you were starting at the very young age of 16. Can you please tell us again, to the benefit of the viewers, that I remember you were already trading at the age of 16 or something, and you have this list that you have to tell your dad, and you have to ask your dad, like, how much money did you make today or something? And can you please tell us about it? I'm not going to spoil it to the crowd, but then tell us how a very young Mika, you're the youngest of the family, right?
Yes, I am the youngest,
You're the
Tita.
baby. For how many again? And then how did you started with this investing at the very young age?
So I'm number six. We're six in the family, and so my dad was a doctor. So when I was young, every time he would come home, I'd prepare my notebook na, no, and abangan ko siya sa stairs. Pag uwi niya, I'd ask him, Dad, how much did you make today? So the first time, the first time he heard that from me, he said, "Why are you asking me such question?" And I said, "No, I want to make a record of how much doctors are making." And he would throw out numbers, no, like 500, 1,000, 5,000. And he would make up numbers. And then one day I asked him, I said, "Oh, Dad, how much did you make today?" And he said, "I didn't make anything." And I froze. I actually cried, and I said, "You didn't make anything, so what's gonna happen?" No, and parang he said, "But sometimes the doctors, we don't make so much sometimes. No, it's sometimes our role really is to just help." And part of me that stuck with me, no, it was a seed planted. And I said, and at the time I was 13, I wanted to learn how to make some money. I wanted to learn how to trade stocks. And I'd always ask my dad, "Dad, do you trade stocks? Can you teach me?" And he would always say, "I don't know that. Talk to your tito, talk to your tita." So eventually, I would always uh, enjoy reaching out to the friends of my dad who were trading stocks, and I think that was what exposed me to that.
Oh my God. Can you imagine? And you were what, 13 or 16?
I was younger. I think I was a little younger, but 13 was the time when I really wanted to learn how to trade.
Oh my God. See, mga kaibigan, start early, even your kids right now, and then I wonder, is it like, so pagka walang kinita si daddy mo, so when your dad, okay, I think we just lost Mika in a bit. She's gonna come back. Ang galing mga kaibigan, no? So that's how you can actually start. Okay, so Mika, that's how you started at a very young age. Then talagang kailangan talaga ng recording. So let's go back ha. In fact, I just would like to read the message from Joey. She sounds like full pack of knowledge in such a very young age. Amazing, empowered
Thank you.
woman, of course. Sabi niya, growing old gracefully, no such thing like a lady, Miss Allen. Intelligent adults. Okay, thank you so much for your company. Sabi ni Dexter, interested to know if Mika's company is open to helping local sustainable communities in the provinces. What industry kaya, no? So Dex, if you could expand, no? What industries? What do you do for mga provinces or cities?
Um,
Mika, do you
so
have any projects?
So we, well, mostly for healthcare, we provide a lot of provinces their hospital equipment needs, but also we have a foundation. We have the Moving Forward Together Foundation,
Yeah.
and the thrust of the foundation is to build leaders of the future. And so maybe these are some things also that we can explore in the future with our friends in different parts of the Philippines.
Yeah. By the way, mga kaibigan, Mika is the host of the final pitch. Um, I would like to show it to everybody if you have not been watching this. This is actually a very exciting. Dexter, this is in fact relevant to your question. So Mika is the host of the final pitch. If you have some interesting business that you want Mika to fund and finance, just show up and apply. Siguro mag-a-apply ako, Mika, one day.
I'm one of the Natita, one of the judges.
Yeah, yeah. When is it? The season is finished, or you have another season coming up?
There's another season coming up, but they're ongoing. The demand for investors to fund different size businesses is always there. So I'm not always part of all the seasons, but there's always a new season coming up. Yeah.
Yes, yes. Oh, sige nga. Let's watch this, mga kaibigan, because this is really exciting. This is the final pitch.
I was very excited on how I could get back and show them that a young 27-year-old can take a company global with the right people, the right team, and the right mindset.
Mika's focus on character and a solid team becomes her guideposts as she chooses her entrepreneur picks. With AJA Marketplace, Azure AMDG Ventures, Urban Greens, and FH Moms.
One thing I liked about the four in our shortlist is that their businesses were very focused. They knew their product well. They knew the industry that they were involved in. And I like that about them. Very much focused. One was F&B, focused on franchising. One had the water equipment
company, which was very much focused. Also, hydroponics and FH Mom, I really liked because of her grit. All four of them showed grit. That's very important to choose entrepreneurs and future partners with the same values. I think that those values need to match.
With wisdom and experience well beyond her years, the millennial CEO imparts valuable insights to the entrepreneur hopefuls.
I'd like to share with them a value that is very important to me, and that's the value of time. Time is an entrepreneur's greatest currency. At the same time, it's like a river. So it will continuously flow and there will be encounters. There is no way to avoid them, but to address them in the best possible way. And addressing these challenges the best possible way is really forming a really good team with matching and shared values. And I think that's one of the most important things an entrepreneur should work on. We continue to work on this ourselves. Globally and locally, it's really our relationship with our partners, with the people in the company, and giving them opportunities to expand their knowledge, to believe in their capacity and their strength. At the same time, form businesses and teams that can be passed on to generations to come. And it all starts with values.
Wow, congratulations. Ang galing. My gosh. How many seasons did you do the final pitch already?
2 seasons, Tita. I did 2
okay.
seasons.
So mga kaibigan, kung meron kayong napakagaling at magandang concept na negosyo, just, Google Mica Tan, MFT Group. I remember we were coining the words moving forward together in one of your annual events.
Yes.
Diba? That was, I think, I forgot na in Shangri-La or Manila House. So wow, you've really gone so far. So a question lang, just like any other businesses, there are a variety of difficulties, challenges in your career and in your chosen business. So how do you deal with them?
Challenges. Tita, how do I deal with challenges?
You start in breakfast. Kung si Steven Tan, sabi nga, I have it for breakfast.
Oh yes. But I think each and I say this a lot, each problem or each challenge that we are given is perfectly wrapped and designed for us. And for me, that's my perspective. If there's a challenge that is in front of Mica Tan, that is for Mica Tan to solve, maybe not alone, but maybe with with a good team. But it is the way. I mean, if not for certain challenges, we also wouldn't have grown. I don't think that there is a boardroom built just for good times, right? The boardroom is built for solving the most difficult challenges and overcoming them. So I get excited because I know that right after this challenge is a good reward or a different a different Mica after it's solved.
Wow. See the vision of our dear Mica. Thank you so much for that. I have here a message from our dearest Gerard, our tourism attaché here in London, Philippine Embassy. Learning so much from your guest, young and very driven entrepreneur. Mica, love her take on intellectual humility and having a purposeful company with a big heart for the medical frontliners. God bless. Thank you, Sir Jerry. Sir Jerry is our tourism attaché for the Philippine Embassy here in London.
Thank you.
Sabi ni Dexter, pitching is part of our class sessions for innovations and creativity entrepreneurship course. Talaga namang napaka-inspiring, sabi ni Melanie Tuazon. I let my 2 kids watch and listen to her story. O, di ba? Ang galing, sabi ni Goldie. Wow, talagang super bright and super inspiring ka, Mica. Joey said that is why she's familiar. I'm an FH Mom member, though not so active yet since I'm in a challenging stage, sitting from a mom to struggling ex-BPO to looking for a work from home job. But oh, it's a big help in producing all empowered women. And talagang you are a beauty in brains, Mika. Yes, so
Thank
mga kaibigan, dito lang po yan sa Marites Allen Show. We always bring to you inspiring stories everywhere. So Mika, yon, alam niyo na ha, challenges, wala yan kay Mika. She faced it head on. Because a lot of people, when there are challenges, they actually retreat, right? They become sort of like worried about it. They are even ahead of their time. So I think, I think I'm just the same as Mika. If there's a problem, bring it on. Okay.
Yeah.
Bring it on. And I don't like be ahead of myself. When it comes, I'll deal with it. So can you please share to us who are your mentors? Are you able to name them somehow? You can share us, growing up apart from your mom, your dad, to let you set your mind in making this as your, chosen profession or career.
I think I didn't have to look so far. My father, um, yeah, he was a cancer specialist. He also had a business partner. And remember earlier, Tita, I saying every time I would ask Dad about business, he would push me to this person. Now, don't ask
Right.
me. He'll say you ask this certain person, and he's one of the patriarchs of one of the oldest pawn shop chains in the Philippines, and he was the
Oh,
one who helped me get into financing. He inspired me to always always have the courage to seek good people, to teach me in different aspects or different industries. And so he is that one person who is, I think, for me, my greatest mentor. He's gone already, but his legacy still stands, and he was always so humble all throughout his successes. He was always so humble.
wow. So talagang no? I mean, we really have to, would you say for any person, whether as a career woman, as a business woman, is it really very important or it really helps to have a mentor, right? Somebody who has been there. I mean, would you say that to everybody as a must?
Yes, I think it is a must. It's always advantageous to, I mean, with my mentors, and I have a number of them, no, not just one. Like example, for example, I meet a certain person, I read about his successes, and at the same time, after meeting him, I feel that his personality and his values are the same as mine. I get to know how he is when it comes to family, and how how he lives his life. And if that's something I would also want to have in the future, I would do everything to learn from this person. So I think that's important. And Tita, you are one of them. You're one of them. Amazing kids, amazing story. So when I become a mother, you're one of my mentors on how to
Thank
be a super
you.
mom.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, question. I have a PM here, a private message. Are you able to somehow divulge? I mean, it's on the interviews, it's on the paper, the size of the Mica Tan assets as a whole that you're managing. I know it's in a multi-million dollar or billions. Are you able to divulge or keep them?
Well, one thing is we're still on our way to $1 billion. We're not there yet.
See?
We're not there yet. So a few million dollars. I think that, but to me, that's not the gauge. No, I think especially during this time. I mean, there is so much private capital floating around.
Yes.
But for me, the gauge is not just that. I think the gauge is to see how well we can grow the teams, not just in the Philippines but even abroad, and to over invest in culture. I think that's my main metric, Tita. I want to be able to form an organization with the right culture, and it will take so much time, right? It will take
Yeah.
so much of ourselves, but to me, that's more important than the value or the amount. It's the
Mm.
culture we want to create for MFT.
Yeah, but you were ahead of everybody. You started so young, and yes, the answer to this private message is it's definitely over a billion in peso value, and nearing. When the $1 billion comes, Mika is gonna tell us. Now, Mika, do you feel lucky? Yeah, do you feel that? Would you say that luck played a very important factor in your success? Maybe feng shui. Having said that, what factors have you felt that luck or feng shui was in your side on your journey achieving all this?
I oh yes, it's one big yes. I think that, more than more than just believing in positive things, it's the relationships that we create when we discipline the mind, right? And I'm gonna show you, because disciplining the mind is part. I mean, this is beside me every day.
My
Even
almanac.
in Vietnam, in the US, in Singapore, we use this calendar, and this is
Yeah.
your calendar, Tita, right? But this is
Yeah, the Marites Allen
2021.
Almanac. See? And
And
look at Mika, if you don't mind, can you please read the byline that I put at the front? It's a
okay,
saying. Yeah, the
here. Oh,
pandemic.
I
Yeah,
love it. It says, "In the middle of every difficulty lies opportunity."
perfect. Yeah, which is
So
exactly. So thank you. So you follow the good days and the bad days in our almanac.
yes, and I have this ring with me. I like connecting to people. For me, Tita, it's when I have a friend who's down and who says, "This is what happened. I lost my job," things like that. I tell them, I have something, just some positivity, and I share with them your forecast, or like I send them here. Let me get it here.
Thank
Right, I
you.
mean, this I
Yes,
see they're all over, like, those
yes,
little gifts that, I
yeah.
said, I'll give this to them every time they see it. Just remember that, you can overcome
A
it, and
channel,
I think
yeah. It helps you with your cash flow.
yes.
Ah,
So
thank
I
you.
think those things, yeah.
And then, no, and the office of Mika is filled with the Kwan Kong. You have seen perhaps in the interview earlier. She has that mighty Kwan Kong over there. She has the thousand birds and everything. So thank you so for doing and believing in our feng shui, and of course
Of
our
course,
almanac.
thank you.
Oh my gosh. Now, let me just come back to our viewers right now. If they have some comments, sabi dito, of course, with our team, Mika advised every young person to believe in mentors. Yun, kailangan talaga siya. Sabi niya dito, Free Charm Life, sabi niya, is part of Mika. Yes, of course. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you sa mga nanonood at nagko-comment. If you are, we are now down to the last 15 minutes of our show. If you have questions to Mika before she goes and rests for the night, please try to give us your question. Sabi ni Miss Goldie, I'm very inspired with you, Mika. Thanks for sharing your tips on your success. And hey, we have a question from Miss Carl. May we know what your daily habits when you were just starting?
Oh wow. Well, I would write everything down. I wrote, and this is actually what Tita Marites taught me, right? You write everything you
I
want
write.
down.
Yes,
Um, uh,
I write all
right?
the
Yes, yes. And down to, at the time, I was somehow still hoping that my ex would be at least a friend of mine, and eventually became my husband. So
yeah.
that I wrote that down. I wrote down, what type of leader I wanted to be, how I wanted to also get to travel more with my mom. I wrote everything down, and I think when that becomes a habit, especially now during these challenging times, every day I write down what I am grateful for. And Tita Marites also always told me to do this, write what I'm grateful for, and the next day when you wake up, the energy is different,
Different,
right?
yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, because I think to add to that, Mika, thank you for that. Because Carl, the one who's questioning, is that when you focus your mind into something that you are already grateful, even if it did not happen yet or about to happen, the universe makes it like it becomes your reality. So honestly, for me, if you ask me, even nagta-type lang ako ngayon, I put some notes. I put some notes because otherwise, if I cannot, if you rewind back mga kaibigan, our earlier guest, they have like given so many good tips, and that alone is a value. That's like one of those words that Mika will be leaving us today. A sentence or a quote is really something for us. That would be very very helpful for everybody. So in the last 16 months of this pandemic, Mika, what changes have you done somehow in terms of like the attitude, perhaps not on the business side but on the personal side, on the personal level?
Oh wow, I think a lot, no, Tita. I think the biggest really is coolness in crisis.
Okay, I
Uh,
love it. Coolness and crisis.
coolness in crisis, um, and patience, a lot of patience. Before, I'm like you, Tita. Like if it can happen now, let's make it happen now. And somehow the pandemic has taught us that to embrace patience, to keep our cool even in crisis, and also um, to clear the mind. And that's why I write a lot. I clear, if there are things that worry me, I'll write everything down, to clear the mind. Yeah, I think those are some things that I learned.
Wow, it's true mga kaibigan. So coolness in crisis, and
Mhm.
then embrace patience and
Mhm.
keep cool even in times of crisis. That
Mhm.
is very beautiful. That's really, really wow. That's really inspiring mga kaibigan. Parang nothing beats that. Um, Yon, sabi nga dito, of course, ng our team, words from a very inspiring guest is so valuable. And then hello, Miss Lynn, and hello also, Miss Sonia. Thank you so much for watching us today. Claire, good evening to you as well. So once again, if you are, sabi ni Joey, if you are armed with knowledge, how can we go wrong? Thank you, Miss Mika. So thank you so much mga kaibigan for your company and for your questions. If you have some more, tell us because we are going to entertain it while we are here on air. And again, to those who have not subscribed, please keep subscribing and sharing. And of course, please follow Miss Mika, Google her. There's so many. And if you have not seen her final pitch, it's actually on YouTube. You can actually rewind it and play as well. Um, in terms of those, Mika, the people that are really like not as lucky as perhaps you and I pivoting to this pandemic, what can you advise to them? Because some people, as you can see, some of them are even finding jobs working from home is really is not there for them. What can
Mhm.
you advise them?
Um, well, I think that if you're challenged in any way now, whatever that obstacle is, um, it's designed for you to solve. Don't stop trying to solve it. A problem in front of you is for you to solve, and the person you are once you've solved that problem is the person that you're destined to become. I mean, the obstacle, and there's this book that I read a lot. It's called The Obstacle is the Way, right? So the obstacle that in front of you is the way forward. So go through it. And also, um, during times of difficulty and challenge, if even despite all the challenges we experience, we still have the heart to help it doesn't need to be financially. It could be by talking to a friend about it, or just being there for the people close to us. I believe that if we're always willing to help, when it is our turn also that we need that help, it will also be given to us. And
That's
I
right.
think those are one of the things that Tita Marites also has always taught me. Whatever it is, if you can help, help. And the world will find people who will help you too. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. Wow, that's beautiful. And it's siguro ano talaga, no? Sometimes when you wake up in the morning, like what Mika is saying here, try to read the book, The Obstacle is the Way, authored by, can you
Ryan
remember?
Holiday.
Ryan Holiday. So mga kaibigan, find that book by Ryan Holiday. And it's nice to really read, no? Maybe if you are staying at home right now and if you don't have anything much to do, enriching yourselves, investing into yourself is very important. What would you say was the biggest investment you did for yourself, Mika? I remember you went to Singapore to meet
A number Obama, Michelle Obama.
Michelle Obama. Yes, tell us. How did it go? What happened then?
I think the best investment I would give to myself is keep myself inspired. I believe in inspired work. And if meeting Michelle Obama will inspire me for my whole lifetime, I would save up to do that. If if reading certain books would help me and keep me inspired, I would do that. But also, I always tell myself that the best companies that were built were born out of a crisis,
That's
right?
right.
So,
That's so true.
and I believe in that. So every time there is something challenging happening, I can't wait to solve it, because I know right after I do, the reward will be worth it.
Yeah. Wow, mga kaibigan, remember, those companies that are built, most likely they come from some crisis. So kaya pala you keep buying companies and then turn them the other way around to make it more profitable, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, investing in your sorry, investing in yourself is really very important. I always invest into myself. I think not only like, beautifying yourself or going to a salon or having a massage. It's more on the mindset and the attitude as well. But would you say, Mika, it just so happened that perhaps your family is very supportive of you? You have a very, very good support with both family and team, that your attitude is also the same. So sometimes didn't you have like any obstacle along the way that somebody says, hey Mika, don't do that, or you cannot do that? Was there anyone telling you not to do that? Because I guess a lot of people watching us right now been through that. I mean, a lot of my family then, what is feng shui? Hello, I mean, what is that? Did anyone also told you that, Mika, that cannot be done, do it this way and everything?
Yes, yes, and in fact, the family at first, of course, it's every dream of parents to send someone abroad to study, right? And when I decided not to do that, of course, my parents, they were heartbroken. And here come my kuyas, no, saying, why aren't you leaving? This is an amazing opportunity. And I think they gave me that time, no? They gave me that time, and I always assured them that I have a plan. I have a plan in place. Just give me that time. Give me that chance. And they gave me that chance. I believe in second chances all the time. And even for relationships, the best relationships also happen, when there is that second chance, right, to improve it. Until now, Tita, people are saying, why is she aggressive in in turning this type of business around. She's not this, she's not that. But she's so young. And so until now, Tita, so many people are saying things also sometimes, no. But for me, I only listen. I choose to listen to the people who matter. And if
That's
they don't know me, right? If they don't know me personally, and they don't know, they if they don't know me, the real me, or I choose to be deaf to doubt. So
Mhm.
I choose to be deaf to doubt. And I just, I reach out to people who have seen me in both good and bad times, and I'd rather listen to them.
That's right, no? Parang you just keep moving talaga forward eh. These are just like, sabi mo sa kanila, I'm gonna prove you wrong, and then I'm just gonna be, we do it in Feng Shui. I said, I'm just gonna laugh all the way to the bank after.
Right.
So Mika, before we end, what is the next phase for Mika Tan? Moving forward, is there any exciting projects in the horizon that you wanted to do?
Wow, I love this question because ever since I started this journey, somehow there were always bigger people, right, who were interested to know what was next. And many years ago, I used to be so bold in my ambitions, in my conditions, in my goals. And I think one thing how the pandemic changed is I still have these big goals, right? But um, I also have simpler goals that mean a lot. And I think the internal reflection that the pandemic brought, I have goals, and um, work is there, targets are there, expansion is there, but um, I health is a goal for me now. I've never, I mean, I'm not there yet, but that is a very big goal for me. Having more meaningful conversations with the people here at home. Laughing more. That's actually a big goal. I want to laugh more every day, find a reason to laugh more. Um, and I have a dog. We chose to adopt a
Oh,
dog.
really? What's the name of the
Yes,
dog?
I named him after my dad. His name is Eddie.
Oh,
His
wow.
name, his
Is
name
it a
is
Shih Tzu
Eddie.
or what? Shih Tzu or
He's a golden retriever.
a Golden Retriever? Wow, well done.
Yeah.
So it's gonna grow big, no?
Yes, yes, he's very big. So those are the simple goals that I think are equally as valuable. I want to keep my space always, organized. I want the energy. I want a happy home, and those are the goals that I'm working on every day.
Wow. So mga kaibigan, look at that. Miss Mica Tan, very inspiring indeed. Mika, thank you so much for your time. Send my
Thank
love
you
to
so
your
much,
mom,
Tita.
to Carlos, to everybody and MFT there. And I'm sure we're gonna be seeing you very soon again. When this pandemic is over. And yeah, we keep. I have to tell this to you. I'm very inspired and talagang hangang-hanga ako sa'yo. As in, saludo ako with all your achievements. Thank you. Sabi nga ni Maggie, talagang beauty in brains with a good heart, si Miss Mika. Of course, yan talaga ang aming ano. You are a blessing to everybody. Thank you for sharing your wisdom. Yun, maganda nga yung na-pick up natin na whatever that obstacle is for you to solve is designated for you, is designed for you. And all the obstacle in front of you is the way forward. And if all challenges, you can help others, the world will find people to help you as well. So, ang gaganda. So, we managed to get really inspiring thoughts from Mika today. Very precious insights. And thank you so much, Mika. Sabi ni Dexter. Thank you. So, everybody, I know I would love to catch up more with Mika. It's very late for her. She's gonna have her dinner pa in Manila. So, mga kaibigan, thank you so much. And on next Monday, we're gonna be having the CEO of Pretty Looks in the Philippines. So, syempre, kahit pandemic, pwede pa rin tayo magpa-beauty. So thank you, Mica. I love you.
Thank you,
See you
Tita.
all.
We love you so much.
Thank you. Take care. So thank you, everybody. We'll see you soon.